Let's get ourselves connected. Gotta get yourself connected.
Well, IT careers are seeing a lot less enrollment in schools and less interest in the workspace. Are these types of careers becoming less fun? Well, we've got Jack Kapica on the line from the Globe and Mail to help us understand. Jack, are you there?
Yes, I am.
So what's going on?
What's going on? That's the question of the moment. We live in an atmosphere where technology is being hyped by everybody, including the people who not only expect a new financial or economic bubble to come along just as it did in 1998-99, but are actually wanting it to come, which I don't understand is that. But nevertheless, technology careers were fun until about 2001. And now, for some reason or other, and I have a few opinions on that myself, people aren't going into IT careers anymore. And the people who run IT companies and consultancies and so on tell me they have absolutely no idea why. And the most recent one was Bill Gates. He said, I don't understand why the people aren't going to IT careers anymore. Tech jobs are so much fun. Now, remember, this is the guy who's, what, the first or second most wealthy man in the world? If I had his money, it would be fun for me, too.
Yeah, no kidding. But I mean, the money is there, so what's the problem?
Well, the money is there, but work isn't just about money. One of the big problems is that the tech crash of 2001, what it showed us is just how vulnerable these jobs in tech are. The moment you get a job in this company and suddenly there's a little dip in the economy, boom, you're out in the street. Now, do you really want to live like that? Well, it's fine if you're in your 20s, but get into your 30s when you want to do really stupid things, like start a family, buy a home, you know what I mean? Frivolities like that. You're going to want to have some security. And the problem is that the technology industry is at that stage right now where it still thinks that it is so cutting edge, primarily because its workforce is so compliant. They have no unions, they have no pension plans, they promise you nothing, and they of course promise you an awful lot of money as well, but not necessarily now. And suddenly what happened is that people looked up and said, oh my God, I've lost my job, and because of the downturn, I'm no longer getting my benefits as they were promised to me, so what do? I'm now going to go off and get a job in a more secure business. And what's happening is that not only did individual employees discover this, but also high school career counselors and people who counsel kids in what courses to take in university. At some point, they're going to want security too, and they're not going to get it.
So are we going to see a problem with this over the next few years, just not enough people going into tech?
Yes, I think so. I wanted to get back to Bill Gates for a moment here, just a classic example. Here he is saying he has no idea why people aren't going into tech jobs because, the money is great and so on and so forth. But at the moment he's saying that, his own company, Microsoft, is bidding $44.4 billion for Yahoo. Now, what do you think is the job security for all the people working at Yahoo should that deal go through? They're going to lay off thousands of people. And is Bill Gates going to be able to convince those people that tech is still fun? I don't think so. Some of those people are in their 40s, and they're going to have to start getting jobs in other industries for which they're not trained. This is not fun. And it's also not fun for a lot of women. There was a study done by a York University professor here in Toronto some years ago, which discovered that, among other things, in technology, the way you're judged in terms of your usefulness as an employee was judged in the game room of most tech companies. Most tech companies had, computers set up with shoot-'em-up games. And the way you behaved in the game room is what gave you your reputation as whether you're promotable or not. And of course, now, women don't play those games. And so as a result, they're completely left out of the loop. Because this was such a male bastion, and technology became very much a male bastion because of that kind of stuff. A lot of young technology people worked on the assumption that, well, only they understand technology, women don't. Because what happens, right? They're willing to sleep on the office couch and not wash for 2 or 3 days and then show up for work at 6 a.m. the next morning with big dark circles under their eyes. Women don't generally think that big dark circles under their eyes are particularly good looking on them as they are on their male counterparts. So, I mean, there's a lot of issues here that are just not being discussed.
Well, Jack, a lot of food for thought there. I want to thank you so much for joining us again.
Well, thank you, Mike.
That's Jack Kapica from the Globe and Mail. You can find more of Jack's thoughts and writing up at globetechnology.com.